By the special grace of God, when we were elected and consecrated Bishop of Mbamili Diocese, some people started asking us questions about the place. And also when we got to the place, we also had some members of the diocese and friends who were concerned about the name, owing to the fact that the name normally portrays the area as a waterlogged area that is always covered by flood. And we started also having problem that when we invite people, yes, we know it's a very mission area. My predecessor and many people have labored in the area, but we needed to pull more people to come. But people have natural allergy to water and not to go on river. So whenever you are inviting them and say maybe come over to Macedonia and help us, only those who are polite will be able to tell you, we don't want to come because everywhere is waterlogged, everywhere is. And sometimes when you come and people say, how many boats did you enter? What? So no, not everywhere in the diocese is covered by water, and that the area, whenever the diocese area, the Mbamili area is covered by water, more than 20 states in Nigeria also affected. The challenge is that the place is neglected by government. The basic amenities like roads were not constructed. So, but anywhere, even if it is in Abuja, once the roads are not there, it will not be easy for people to access it. And when there is rain, the roads will be bad. So that has been the challenge we have been having there. So we needed to start reorienting the people about the proper location of the diocese. And when we trace the origin of the name, it started with when people from Diocese on the Niger were coming to mission to the area. They observed that most of the time when they normally it's convenient for them to come for mission is only on rainy season. So when they visit, they now notice that the whole place the roads are not good. So when people ask them, where are you coming from? They say, we're coming from Mbamili. So it started becoming a popular name. And then when the archdeaconry was carved, it was still used to describe the area. And then later, it was also made a full-fledged diocese. But we needed to bring a better perspective, because whenever you mention it, people will first of all assume that it is waterlogged area. And then secondly, many people assume when you have been misrepresented to be coming from rivers, people will come to an event, they say, we'll have the Bishop of Mbamili here. He came all the way from River State, some Bayelsa, because they didn't assume that there is a place in Anambra that is waterlogged to that extent. So we needed to get a better picture, and it necessitated the change of name, and we prayed about it and started opening it up for discussion, and felt that it is necessary that we represent the diocese in a better light. And we thank God today the name has been changed to Diocese of Niger East. People say Rome was not built in a day, and to change a diocesan name is not something that is easy like that. Even if it is changing people's name, you go to a family and even if they are answering Aronsi, you want to change it. Some people will say they prefer the old name. So it was not that easy But since it is a family matter, the Lord helped us. We started with negotiations, meeting people, raising it up, casual discussion, raising it up both to the offices, people, bishops, private, going, first of all, go out and raise discussion about it. And then a time came, we now have to start a formal procedure. And the normal procedure is that you have to call for the assistant board to start the introduction of the matter, and then at the end of the day you are going to have the assistant synod. We held our synod during February, so we have to have an one-day synod to raise it. First of all, when we started the process, we went through the meeting. We suggested about, after all the negotiation, the meeting, the assistant board or the synod agreed that it is necessary for us to change our name. And then we now went to the process. What name are we going to answer? More than 10 different names were suggested, and we took time to trim it down to 2. The truth, we came first of all with that's of Anambra West. They said, looking at the church doesn't go that way. That we have Niger, we have Oka, you go from noon. You can't have Anambra West when you don't have that sense of Anambra. So we looked at it and we took it to the Church of Nigeria. We went to the provincial level, from provincial level to Church of Nigeria Synod, and they looked at it and said, the name is not the best, that we have to go back. So we'll have to go back again, start afresh, suggested names, and then at the end of the day, God helped us to come up with that of Niger East. And some people were saying, it's supposed to be Niger West. They said, no. When you look at the diocese on the Niger, we are properly located at the east of the Niger. And even when you look from River Niger, is the east of the Niger. Some people say it's Anambra West. No, but when you go to Anambra State, we are in the west of Anambra, but in the Niger, we are in the east of the Niger. So, and the church considered it, and at the end of the day, by the special grace of God, during the standing committee at Niger, it was approved. And today, we thank God that the letters have been released. We've received the letter, and today we can say we are Diocese of Niger East. It was a thing of rebranding. It looked at a rebranding. It was a new image. It started creating another perception, because knowing the way that the place is pure mission, it started bringing some element of pride that people can proudly identify with that. Because all the time, previously, some people who have something to do with the diocese don't want to be associated with it because they felt that doesn't have the necessary pride. But we thank God that it was received with joy, and we thank God today that everybody's happy with it. It's already bringing good tidings. People said your name has something to do with it. Even as Christians, we know that there is power in name. So it's already bringing the brightness we desired. And we can tell God that by this Christmas season, we have seen tremendous development in our area. That we are seeing electricity, roads are coming up, things that seems as if they are impossible. So I think the name is also bringing the change in the environment, and we give God praise for it. To my diocesan members, we thank God that God is helping us. We normally have this slogan that Echi Gakata Atama, which means tomorrow must be better than today. And to the glory of God, we already seen it. We are having schools, we are seeing projects. Just within the Christmas period, we were able to dedicate our first story building as parsonage. In our diocese, we were able to dedicate personages. We have churches that new things are happening. And we really believe God that tomorrow we must be better than today. And God is already doing it. And we give him praise for that. Thank you.